First day back after over 2 weeks. Went back, did a beginner class just to get back into it. Felt pretty good. I noticed that I wasn't really thinking as much. I was kind of reacting mostly because I couldn't remember anything like tangibly. I could remember things sort of through muscle memory, but not like different moves were like not coming to my head in the moment. I wonder if that's a good thing. It's more like you're kind of reacting more than like thinking it your way through. Anyway, today we went over 2 escapes from side control. One was the traditional sort of elbow escape, but we started that one off by first doing like a shove with the bicep to clear some room. And then the second escape was getting the underhook and then kind of scooting down and coming up around the back. What was really interesting is that it was Professor Danny was teaching today. So we started off just by sort of just rolling. One person just chose what position they want to start off. They would start off in an offensive position, either mount, side control, or back control, and just whatever you wanted to do, and then you could switch positions when or whatever. But we just did that for like 5 minutes. Both people having the opportunity to be on the offensive, and then Danny went into his lesson. So I think what he was doing, he was like watching people to see what they were struggling getting out of, right? So if he saw a lot of people today, I'm assuming he saw a lot of people struggling to get out of side control. That's why we did a side control escape. So I thought that was a pretty interesting teaching technique, that he just did like some free play and then saw what people are having trouble with, and then that's the area to focus on. I'm assuming he went into the class knowing he wanted to do some sort of escape, and then use that exercise to see if he wanted to do escape from side control, mount, or back. I thought originally he was going to go into what attacks to do. So I guess you could do it either way, right? If you could have in your mind you want to do escapes and then use this to decide which escape you wanted to teach, or you could say go into it with the idea of attacks and say like, oh, people are having trouble with this attacks from this position, teach a couple techniques from there. So I thought that was just an interesting teaching technique in sort of tailoring the class towards what the students are struggling with, without asking. Because if you asked us, you'd probably get a million different answers, and then second, when you're such a beginner, you might not even know what you're having problems with, right? Or you might not even know that you are having problems with it, right? Because you might be going as someone who's much smaller than you, and you get out of it very easily, but you're not even using a technique, you're just using strength, or you're using very bad technique or whatever. So I thought it was very interesting that you could see what people are doing and diagnose it yourself as a teacher. And then with the break, it was pretty good. It was a lot more comfortable than I thought it'd be. I was also in the beginner class, so I wasn't getting crushed, but generally what I wanted to do, I could do, or knew what to do. I didn't feel helpless the whole time. Just much more, bounce back much faster, or much more easier than I thought I would. All right.